and it is good. Jake Bates throwing right side, and it's going to be intercepted. Return past the 15, past the 20, out past the 30. Has space down the sideline. 40, 35, 30. And he is gone. A pick six for Houston. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it is straight down the middle. Looking to throw, rolls out right. Throws end zone. Touchdown San Antonio. Cody Latimer alone in the end zone. They take a 1-point lead with 3 seconds left. 52-yarder, left hash for the win. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and it's drilled. Miami escapes week 1 with the win. Jason Sanders is looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open. Touchdown Drake London. Touchdown Drake London. Atlanta has tied this game and are an extra point away from taking the lead. Needing the 12-yard line. Handoff, Robinson left side. And going to be stuffed. A loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play. And with 50 seconds to go, the Chiefs have the ball. And most likely that does it. Ball on the 17.5-yard line. Looking to throw. Stepping up, throwing for the end zone. And caught. Touchdown Green Bay. Dontavian Wicks. 56 seconds to play. The Packers are within 3. 6:17 to play in overtime. Tua shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right, bunched up. Tua to throw. Pass time. Plenty of time. Pass. End zone, left side. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown Miami. They're gonna win. Let's go, baby. Here, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send Smith in motion. Toss left side for Saquon Barkley. Good blocking, the room to run. Pass midfield, spinning his way. Pass the 35 to 30. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and the Eagles respond instantly. Saquon Barkley. Oh my, making his presence felt. 1 play, 60 yards, 3rd and 9 from the 35. Mahomes looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by Piron. Has room to run. First down and more. Down to about the 17. And he stays in bounds. That will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have escaped the Bills and have punched their ticket. Hello, everybody, and welcome on in. Week 7 continues. Well, technically, Thursday night happened, and now the 1 o'clock slate begins here momentarily. It's the Dolphins. It's the Browns. 67 degrees. Heavy downpour. Up to 40-mile-per-hour winds. This game was already going to be ugly, even if played in nice conditions. Pack on all the weather BS. This game is going to be something. That's all I can say. This is going to be one of the games of the week for sure. But welcome on in. Welcome on in. Oh yeah, this is gonna be something. But yep, just waiting for kickoff to begin, and this is gonna be one of those games. Not really another way to put it. Yeah, the London game just wrapped up not long ago. The Rams dominated that one. Was not fully expecting that. I wouldn't be shocked if there is a potential for a weather delay in this one at some point. And to that degree, I'm going to find... Let me find a game to have on in the background, just so that way there's something a little bit more entertaining. Yeah, always a good day to watch Jets lose. Let me put on Panthers Jets in the background. As the Browns will get the ball first in this one. We're waiting Riley Patterson to send this one away. Ugh. This is going to be something. As kickoff from a stormy day in Cleveland is underway, this is going to be returned beginning from about the 6. Has room past the 20, past the 25, trying to get towards the sideline, past the 30, and down to about the 33. So the Browns will begin from there. But first, there is a penalty down. On the opening kickoff, we have a flag. That is one of the ways to start this. Yeah, the Browns are wearing their alpha dog uniforms, which they look fine. Kind of don't have a care about them. But that's part of the reason why the Browns color on my scoreboard is not their orange. What they say the penalty was? I think they just picked it up. DBS did not relay what the penalty was there, if there was one. All right. Dylan Gabriel in the game. He's the starter for Cleveland, has been the past few weeks. He is under center. Back and fullback behind him. Receiver sent in motion right to left. First play of the game. Going to be a play action as he looks to throw, rolling right. Has room, going to take it himself past the 35 and out of bounds near the 39. Yeah, there was not, I don't know, was there even a passing option over there? The gain of 6 begins the day. And we'll see how this one progresses. All right, so 2nd and 4. Gabriel under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Going to hand this off up the middle, and there's going to be Quinshon Judkins for a gain of a yard up to the 40. And a 3rd and 3 coming up. With how the weather is in tow right now, with Miami's really bad run defense, I mean, I'm expecting Quinshon Judkins to have a really solid day and be a big factor in this one. With a 3rd and 3, Gabriel in shotgun back to his right. Sending them tight end in motion right to left. There's 2 receiving options to each side. To give up the middle, and it's not going to be enough. Stuffed at the line. That's Jerome Ford on the carry, but Jordan Brooks meets him at the line, and the Dolphins force a 3 and out on the opening drive of this game. That's one of Miami has less than 10 3 and outs forced on the season. I believe. And the fact they get one, again, it's against a Browns offense that they should be able to do stuff like that too consistently. But you never know in the NFL. All right, so the punt comes off clean. And going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Miami will begin their first offensive drive from the 20. And out comes Tua Tagovailoa. This is, I wouldn't say this is a must win. I mean, it is a must win in essence. But Jacksonville just got no offense going. Like, Jacksonville played terrible today. Like, I was not expecting the Rams to dominate like they did, considering how late they flew out to London. But that was a great. I was waiting for a performance like that out of the Rams, and specifically Devontae Adams. All right, first offensive play for the Dolphins. Tua in shotgun, going to dump this off right side to Devon Achane. He gets about 5. I'll take that. If you're gonna play this of any game to run a shit ton of screens, this is the one. Also, Miami started this drive at their own 10 due to I'm assuming a hold in on the punt, because of course. Who did the Chargers play today? To play the Colts? I don't know. That could be a tough matchup for Quentin Johnson as well. Tua under center, back and fullback behind him. Ball now on their own 14. Going to toss this left side for Achane. Going to try and find some space. Gets up to about the 18. Sets up a 3rd and short. I wouldn't bank massively on Rashee Rice having a great game today. It's his first game back from that 6-game suspension, and Xavier Worthy is a big part of that offense instead. I do still think Rashee Rice will have a solid enough day, but I don't think it'll be anything massive. All right, 3rd and 2. Tua alone in shotgun. Going to look to throw. Pass right side. Has a man wide open. That's Malik Washington. Pass the 30 to the 33. I did not love that play call, but boy did it work. Just going 5 wide in this weather is something I'm not a big fan of. But if you're able to get a wide open receivers like that, it kind of makes up for it. Because the ball is going to be the most accurate today. You need to be focusing on those wide open guys. Tua under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Ruling it ball on Miami's own 32. Tua going to look to throw once again. Has some time. Deep shot, left side. And it's well overthrown, incomplete. Not even sure what the intended route was there. Definitely some miscommunication on that front. That was not gonna get a replay on that. The Eagles are not trading AJ Brown. He might be frustrated, but at the end of the day, the Eagles are still technically winning. The Eagles are not going to trade AJ Brown. I think it could be a good move, but they're not going to do it. Quick pass left side to Devon Achane. It's going to be dropped. Trying a quick screen. It's going to be a 3rd and 10. I do expect New England to add receiver by the deadline. I just don't know who that will be, because most of the teams that are bad that could be trading receivers don't really have a great receiver to trade, and the ones that do, it's the Jets, and they're not going to trade Garrett Wilson in the division. Because like Tennessee's not taking offers on anyone, it seems, maybe, and even then you don't really want Calvin Ridley at this point. Miami's not taking offers on Waddle. Quick pass right side on 3rd and 15, going to get a loss of 2. They ruled the previous 2nd down play as a fumble and a backwards pass. That lost us 5. We then run another quick receiver screen that loses us a yard. They're ruling it, more so 2. And now Miami has to punt. Yeah, that's going to be the nature of this game. Chris Olave to the Patriots is definitely an option, but I think the Saints would be dumb to trade Olave at this point. Punt comes off clean, going to be returned beginning from the 25 up past the 30, and going to be brought down at the 31. So the Browns will start from there. Oh yeah, but of any receivers potentially traded at the deadline, Olave is probably the most likely. But he's your cornerstone building point for a future offense, with most likely whoever you draft this year. As we're heading to a commercial break. Hello, hello. Welcome on in. 2 drives in this game so far, and it has been 2 punts. Going about how I expected up to this point. Panthers are moving the ball well, though. Nice, nice. Hell yeah. Yeah. Panthers on the 3rd and 1 in Jets territory. Yeah, they're at the Jets 30. And Bryce Young's been playing solid in this one. Had a bad snap earlier, but for the most part, playing well. All right, 2-yard carry for Chuba Hubbard gets the first. Again, the other main game I'm keeping an eye on is Panthers-Jets, because I kind of want to see the Jets lose if potential. Oh, speaking of A.J. Brown, he just caught a 37-yard touchdown. Yeah, no, the Eagles are just fine. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Nine minutes to play in the first. I have to give Browns fans credit. They're filling up that stadium pretty well, considering the nature of this matchup. Gabriel under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on roughly their own 31. Tight end sent in motion left to right. They're going to give this up the middle for Junkins. And he's going to get stuffed at the line for no gain. All right. Hey, if this run defense can show up a bit today, I wouldn't be opposed. They just need to be consistent with it. Oh, he cut the wrong way in the Panther game. If Jimmy Horn cuts outside there, he might have had 6. Gabriel in shotgun back to his right. 2nd and 10. 3 receivers to the right. One of them sent in a short motion as Gable's going to quick throw this right side for a screen. That's going to get up to about the 32. That's Ashton Davis on the tackle. I believe Jerry Jeudy on the reception. And it's a 3rd and 9. I'm not a massive fan of the full uniform matchup or full uniform combo for Cleveland. I will say, though, those jerseys do look pretty nice. All right, 3rd and 9. Gabriel alone in shotgun. 3 receiving options to the left, 2 to the right. Going to look to throw, and there's a penalty to kill this play. Going to be a false start on Cleveland, I assume. Yep, false start on the Browns. Oh, it's Sean Hockley is the head ref today. Hell yeah. Love Sean Hockley. All right, 7:40 to play in the first, of 3rd and 14. The Browns have had 6 different starting offensive line combinations. Man, they're looking like Miami from last year. Gabriel in shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 3 to the left, a 3rd and 14. Going to look to throw as Miami sends 4. Has some time, trying to roll to his left, passing left, and that's off the mark and incomplete. So another 3 and out force, but there's a penalty down. I swear. Miami forced back-to-back 3 and outs, which is a rare occasion on this season. But there's an illegal contact on Miami that's going to give the Browns an automatic first. Just can't get out of their own way. Calling it against Chop. Okay, now why is Chop Robinson in the position to get an illegal contact? Oh, because, yeah, chip block. That's why. Okay. I thought for a second it dropped him into coverage again. I was like, why? Gabriel under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna toss this left side. Gonna be met up behind the line at the 26. There we go. This run defense finally showing up a bit. That's Jack Jones on the tackle for loss. And it's a second and long coming up. I will take that. Gabriel in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw, pass left side is caught by Jerry Jeudy. And gonna be enough for a first. I need to see a different angle of that pass. I thought it was picked for a second. That's an insane pass from Dylan Gabriel. How did I get through? Rasul Douglas had a pick lined up perfectly. And it just goes through his arms. That's crazy. So Gabriel under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle, and there's some room there for Quinshawn Judkins to about the 45, maybe 45 and a half. But still a gain of roughly 3. Okay. Yeah, 2nd and 7 coming up. Wow, that's crazy. Rasheed Rice got a touchdown on the Chiefs' opening drive. Alright, cool. So Gabriel under center, back behind him, going to look to throw, pass over the middle. Penalty marker down, but that might be ruled a fumble. They're going to call this roughing the passer, I think. Which, we'll see. Refs are discussing. There's a penalty in the backfield. Either holding or roughing the passer. Depends what the ruling is. Yeah, it's a roughing the passer called. Yeah, that's clear. Zeeler hit him high. Miami has given the Browns 2 first downs off of penalties. Of their 3 total first downs, 2 of them have been off of penalties. And now also the Browns are past midfield. I want to point out that the CBS just showed a penalties graphic that is incorrect. This is already a great. All right, Gabriel under center, back behind him. 1st and 10 from Miami's 40-yard line, thanks to the roughing the passer penalty. Handoff up the middle, and that's going to be Quinshawn Judkins fighting his way to the 35. Under 5 minutes to play in the first. Yeah, Miami's defense has been on a downturn this year compared to last year. Which is kind of crazy because in the front 7, they only got better on paper. Yet the run defense is last in the league. Gabriel under center, back behind him. Going to hand this off once again for Judkins. And there's room down the right side. Trying to get the edge, breaks off 1 tackle. Inside the 25 to 20 and down to the 16. Quinshawn Judkins. There we go. Took a little bit, but he's getting going now. which is a great sign for Cleveland that he's able to find a rhythm now. But and this game's gonna be ugly. Yeah, I saw that. I was not expecting that. But I guess it also does kind of make sense. Him and Xavier Worthy have similar skill sets, so Worthy's workload went back to Rashee Rice since he just came back. As a give up the middle to Junkins, is gonna get a yard ish. And yeah, there's CBS showing that Rashee Rice touchdown. All right, 2nd and 9. Gabriel in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the left. Going to hand this off left side for Junkins once again, and he has room down to about the 12. And that wasn't Junkins, that was... Time to go to the Browns roster. That was Dylan Sampson on the carry. And it's going to set up a 3rd down. A 3rd and 5. Gabriel in shotgun. 2 receivers to each side, a back to his left. Going to look to throw. Miami sends 4. Pass left side is off the mark and incomplete. Thanks to a receiver slipping due to the conditions. And it's 4th and 5. Also, Miami finally got some good pressure in there. Bradley Chubb off that left side was able to nearly get home. Oh no, the receiver didn't even slip. There was just a collision there that didn't get called. Okay. So Andre Schmidt on for the field goal try. The former Arlington Renegade. A 30-yard kick from the left hash. And the kick is up. And it is good. The Browns get on the board first, in large part due to Miami getting in their own way with those 2 costly penalties. Because you had the illegal contact on a 3rd and 16. You had the roughing the passer that got him past midfield. We'll see how the offense responds. We're at commercial break. There's a very real possibility that field goal is the only score we're getting today. But yep, commercial break in this one. At commercial break. Damn, both games I have on are commercial break. Crazy. Hey, real quick, let's run around the league update because I've been seeing some scores. The Bears are up 3-0 over the Saints. Chiefs up 7-0 over the Raiders. It's a 7-3 game between the Eagles and Vikings. Panthers up 3-0. The Titans up 10-3 over the Patriots. And then the London game was a 35-7 dominant win for the Rams. As we're just getting back from commercial break, we get to see this Miami offense once again. which is, again, already an offense that doesn't really play well outside of Miami. And now they're playing in these weather conditions on top of it. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the goal lines. Malik Washington trying to find space. Gets up to about the 23, 24. And the Dolphins will start from there. All right, what can this offense do? What can this offense do? A key part of it is having a commitment to the ground game. It is going to be a big part of it. You cannot find yourself in a spot where you need to pass the ball when the weather is not in favor of that. Tua under center, back and fullback behind him. Going to hand this off to Achane left side, who's going to find space and has room. Devon Achane past midfield in a foot race and gets down to about the 35. There we go, Devon Achane. He's good for at least one of those a game, and that puts Miami well in the plus territory. Commit to the run. That's all you need to do in a game like this, because eventually those lanes will open up. The ball on the plus 31. Tua in shotgun. Going to look to throw, rolling left. Has some time, pass left side, going to be caught by Jalen Waddle. He gets down at the 16. Back-to-back nice chunk plays for the Dolphins, and they're inside the red zone for the first time today. 1:15 to play in the first. It's a 1st and 10. Can they finish this drive in the end zone? That's the question. All right. Tua in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right. 1st and 10 from the 16. The give up the middle is going to maybe get back to the line. Yeah, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Not much else going there. That's Ollie Gordon on the carry, and that might bring us to the end of the first. Yes, they really say he lost a yard? Okay. Tua under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Tight end sent in motion. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. They do not need to snap this ball. Receiver in motion right to left. And yeah, they're letting this clock run. All right, that's the end of the first quarter. 15 minutes in the books. It is a 3-0 Browns lead. Miami is still on their second drive of the game. And that Browns scoring drive was aided massively due to 2 very costly penalties against Miami. And we head to a commercial break. The Dolphins, 2nd and 11 from the 17, in a great spot here to at least tie the game. You need to at least tie the game. We will see. Yep, at commercial break. You have to finish this drive off. That's the thing. You work your way down the field like this. You can't stall out in a game where every point matters. You just can't stall out. Eventually he will. Eventually. I mean, the Vikings are just starting their second drive, so patience. As we're just getting back from commercial break. Why are they showing an old Tampa Atlanta game? Why are they showing clips from that game? Either way, 2nd and 11. Tua in shotgun back behind him. Gonna shift it back to his left as they give this to Achane. Going right side. He's gonna slip and be brought down at the 15. He had the block in though to maybe find 6 there. Or at least get the first. Instead, it's gonna be a 3rd and 9. Miami's only ran 9 plays in this game. Which or that was the 10th play they just did. But like it's fine. I mean, this is still the second drive, so 3rd and 9. Tua alone in shotgun looking to throw. Pass right side is going to be off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Malik Washington on a quick out route. Was a little bit too far outside for the dive-in effort. But again, it's still one you probably should catch. It goes through his hands, but that's a tough catch for a second-year player to make. Second-year player to make, especially in these weather conditions. So on comes Riley Patterson to tie this game up at 3. 33-yard kick from the right hash. It is an extra point, basically. Kick is up, and it is good, even with a poor snap. But this game is tied. All right. It's okay drive. I mean, a drive that starts with the 46-yard run from Achane really should result in 6. But I'll take the points. Again, this is a game where every point matters. You take them when you can. But would have really liked them to be able to finish that drive. We'll see. At commercial break. We will see. It's still that commercial break. Damn, Panthers Jets is just getting to the second quarter. We await Miami sending this one down. Here we go. Just coming back from commercial break. 14-14 to play in the first half. Miami just tied it up with a 33-yard field goal in a game where every single point is going to matter with how both offenses have played this year. With more so how Miami's defense has played this year and how Miami's offense has played. Kickoff underway, going to be bouncing and muffed at the 5, return beginning from the 6, and going to get past the 15 and down to the 16. So some really good kick coverage for Miami. The Browns going to start up back inside their own 20. It was the 1st and 10. Let's see what you got. What you got, defense? Gabriel in shotgun, a back to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle for Quinshon Judkins. He only gets about 2. Yeah, 2nd and 8 now coming up. Showing Kevin Stefanski. A lot of pressure on him this year. You know, for the work he has done with Cleveland as the head coach, you know, winning coach of the year and all that, he still hasn't really been the seemingly the guys. Gabriel's pass over the middle is going to be caught. Breaks 1 tackle and has room. Going to get up past the, I believe, 25 into the 26. So a nice little mid-screen is going to get a nice chunk of yards for Cleveland. Like, it's up to the 36. Damn. So even better than I thought it was. Yeah, it's just a simple catch and run. For a player that's not on the roster to have. That's great. And there we go. That's Malachi Corley, I believe, on the reception there. As Gabriel rolls to his left, trying to buy some time. Going to get out of bounds near the 38. A gain of 2 or 3. So a 2nd and 7 now. Oh, there's a fight breaking out between the Panthers and Jets. Gabriel under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Going to hand this off up the middle. And going to be a gain of about 2 for Judkins. So a 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 6. Yeah, there's like 5 different flags down in this Panthers-Jets game now. That's great. All right, 3rd and 6. Come on, defense, make the stand. Gabriel in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Going to look to throw as Miami sends pressure. Pass left side, going to be picked off. It's Ashton Davis, but there's a penalty marker down. Oh, they're going to call defensive holding at the very least there. Damn, man. It's 3 times. Yeah, DPI Miami. 3 times already today. Miami has given the Browns 3 first downs. They're calling it on Mika Fitzpatrick. That is... You're beating yourselves in this game. Just straight up, you're beating yourselves. Gabriel under center, back and fullback behind him, going to hand this off to Quinshon Judkins, and there's room. Past the 30, breaks 1 tackle, the 20, 15, 10, 5, and the Browns are in. They take advantage of the DPI, and they retake the lead. Because, of course, And there's a Dolphins still to get up. Ugh. You go from having that intercept. There's now a penalty down. Probably going to be a unnecessary, an excessive celebration on the Browns because Jenkins took his helmet off. I believe there's Mika Fitzpatrick still to get up as well for Miami. So that's our best secondary player going to be missing some time. Hopefully he does come back today though. You go from having that interception, it gets called back due to a soft DPI, but a DPI nonetheless. And then you give up a 40+ yard touchdown run. Just inexcusable. We're going to a commercial break with that as we await the extra point. Ugh. It's just Miami has beat themselves in this one already. Because you've gifted the Browns 3 first downs off of penalties when they have like 5 first downs total in this game. They have 7, but 3 of those are off of penalties. Ugh. So that commercial break. Don't even think they announced the penalty. I'm assuming the penalty was an excessive celebration. But they haven't even done the extra point yet. Here we go. Just getting back from commercial break. No, they picked up the penalty. Okay. So the extra point from Andre Schmidt. It is up. And it is good. 7-point Browns lead. With 11:19 to play in the half. Waiting for the kickoff now. I'm not surprised by that. The Jaguars were dropping everything earlier. All right, kickoff underway. And it's going to be returned beginning from about the 10. And it's a fumble picked up by Cleveland at the 45. D. Eskridge got hit hard, and with the weather, the ball just popped right out. And it's right back to Cleveland. Unfortunate. Just unreal. It's not even like when the ball first comes loose, it's not even a clean hit. He gets touch on that left arm and the ball pops loose. It was the second hit that shot it down the field towards 5 Browns. He had 11 drops today. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know what the Jaguars were doing. All right, so Gabriel under center, back behind him. Going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to get up past the 45 to the 44, a gain of 2. All right, Carson Wentz is having himself an incredible game. Gabriel going to hand this off up the middle, and that's stuffed behind the line for a loss of 3. Zach Zeeler. There's a big-time play from one of the higher-paid players on this defense. A 3rd and 11 coming up. Third and 11. Gabriel alone in shotgun. Going to look to throw. It's a free play. Dump off left side. Caught. And going to have some space past the 40. Going to be enough for a first down. They got 12. Up to the 35. Even the penalty doesn't matter then. Unless it's on Cleveland, but I don't think it will be. Yeah, penalties declined. First down. Offsides. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. So Gabriel rolling right, looking to throw a lofter right side, going to be overthrown and incomplete. Under 9.5 to play in the half. 2nd and 10 coming up. All right, 2nd and 10. If you can keep, because of the weather, if you can keep them around this area, it would be a very tough kick to make. Gabriel in shotgun going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of 5. And there's going to be a rough in the passer because Jalen Phillips hit Jalen Gabriel 5 years too late. Stop beating yourselves. Yeah, that's a clear unnecessary roughness. And hey, Ball Flash. Really, a broken shoulder? That's crazy. Phillips, there's no defending that shit. Stop. You hit him so fucking late on a handoff. There's no defending you thinking that was a play action. That's just you making a dumbass mistake. Now the Browns have ball on the plus 15. Gabriel in under center, back and fullback behind him. Going to hand this off up the middle, and that's a loss of 2 for Quinshawn Junkins. It's Bradley Chubb on a tackle for loss. Yeah, what's up, Ball Flash? Second and 12. Good, damn. That's a tough one then for him. Jacksonville has a bye next week, right? I imagine so. Gabriel looking to throw in second and 12. Rolling to his left to buy some time. Has room. Going to get past the 15 to the 14 before going out of bounds. I would imagine so. Most teams after their international games have a bye, especially if they're over in London. Yeah, Jacksonville does, and then they play the Raiders. That's they have 2 weeks to prepare for Vegas. That's a solid one. Which one? Which one, T Fox? Gable and shotgun back to his right as there's going to be a timeout called on Miami calls timeout. Oh, this team. This team. 7:38 to play in the first half. Miami calls their first timeout because this regime is allergic to proper time management. Oh, if Gronk trying to pronounce it. I mean, I don't blame him for not being able to pronounce that shit. Gronk already isn't the most eloquent in terms of speakers. Yeah, this team is something. Gabriel and shotgun back to each side, motion to back out wide to the right. 3rd and 8 from the 14, looking to throw. Has time, pass left side is screen for Jerome Ford. He's going to get down to inside the 5 at about the 4. A first down for Cleveland. First and goal coming up. You used to be a Pats fan? Yeah, T-Fox really are a bandwagon. We probably have had that conversation before, so. All right, first and goal from the 4. Gabriel in shotgun. Back to his right. Under 7 minutes to play in the half. They went wildcat. Junkins gets a direct snap. He's gonna gain a yard. Did not realize they went wildcat there. Okay, I'm for it. Yep. So second and goal now. 6:20 to play in the half. I just want to point out the Browns' season high in points is 18. And they are 3 yards away from having 17 points on the day already. They call their first timeout with 6:08 to play. Yeah, that's fair. That from where you're located, that is fair. Okay, so that confirms my initial thoughts about that. Yeah, no, let's get out of here. Or just choose like a middle of the road team. That way it doesn't. That way, like, yeah, they might be successful, but no one's gonna immediately think you're a bandwagon with them. As the Browns are back in Wildcat, Junkin's gonna get a direct snap here. He's gonna get this up the middle, spins off one defender, and he's in. Even with bobble in the snap, Quinshawn Junkins has his second touchdown of the day. And the Browns are an extra point away from a 14-point lead with 6 minutes to play in the half. Hey, Jacksonville's not a bad team to pick. They at least have a future over there. The extra point is good. 14-point Browns lead. They capitalize off of the D. Eskridge fumble. And we head to a commercial break. This has been one of those games. So I know the Browns' season high in points is 17. They already, in one half of play against the Dolphins, they have tied their season high in points. Just crazy. Just crazy. This defense should not be this bad. Like, I wasn't expecting a fantastic defense this year, but with the talent you have in that front seven, this defense should be middle of the road to top 20, not bottom 5 of the league. Let's select commercial break. It is something. This team is certainly something. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Images of a better time for both franchises. They're showing the 1972 divisional round. It's crazy that since the Browns returned to the NFL in 1999, both of these franchises went from historic, legendary franchises to complete jokes in the NFL. Oh, the season was over when we lost to the Patriots in week 3. At this point, it's trying to figure out who is still worth keeping on this roster for next year, and especially who in the front office is worth keeping around. As a good return from Malik Washington would put this offense beginning from the 48. Miami season was basically over after the week 3 loss to Buffalo. So most of these past few weeks have been figuring out kind of what this team is and what pieces can be kept on for next year. And most Dolphins fans have a good idea of like, the guys they want to see on this roster still. And like who in the front office kind of deserves to stick around. And the question is just will Stephen Ross and other members of that front office see those same things? As before this drive even starts, we have a false start on Miami. You kind of have to keep him. And this is where you put yourselves in such a big pickle. Because Tua's dead cap in the offseason is $92 million. So either you keep him and you just run it back for another year with the idea of the reason why you're bad this year is talent underperforming and not lack of talent. Or you take on all that dead cap and you hope you become the Broncos and find a way to work around it. Pass right side on 1st and 15 is going to gain a yard, maybe 2 on the quick hitter to Achane. Who, Callahan and Flores? But that Brian Flores lawsuit is put in such a such a massive wrinkle into how Stephen Ross can handle this team, and it sucks. It strong arms you into trying to make this current regime work because there's not really a way forward you can go after that. Tua under center, back behind him, 2nd and 13, gonna play action, look to throw, pressure coming. Pass right side is well off the mark and incomplete. Not really a Dolphin in the area. Oh, Callahan and Kelly. I mean, Brian Flores probably get an interview or 2 as well, just because teams want to comply with the Rooney Rule, which that's the whole reason why he's suing, but that's besides the point. I don't know, where's LSU now? Because they lost to Vandy yesterday, which that was a good game. I don't know. It's the SEC bias. The LSU, as long as they win out, they can still find a way to get in. Tua looking to throw, pass over the middle is... I can't even tell if there's a penalty marker down. I can't even tell if that was off the mark or just Nick Westbrook-Ikhine not seeing the ball. Hey, illegal contact on Cleveland. Miami's drive will stay alive thanks to penalties. Because of Tua's contract, Miami's kind of forced to keep him another year. It's the case of you either try and pull a Broncos and work around massive amounts of dead cap, or you just hope that the lack of success this year is talent underperforming and not lack of talent. Because you move on from Tua in the offseason, that's $92 million in dead cap. That's like a third of your cap space. It really puts you in a bind. Handoff left side for Devon Achane is going to lose about 3. So Flores filed a lawsuit about, after he was fired, about kind of workers discrimination from the Dolphins. And how, he was hired and was paid money to lose games in 2019 trying to jumpstart the rebuild. And then in his final season coaching, it wasn't really given a full shot. It's essentially just the NFL has the Rooney Rule in place, but it's not fully being enforced to how it's supposed to be. As a pass right side is going to, I think the ruling that incomplete. 3rd and 12 coming up. Yeah, it's a whole thing because the NFL has been trying to hold pushing inclusivity and diversity and all that. But even then, like in the coaching ranks and in the front offices, it's a very heavy amount of nepotism and who you know, not what you know. So pretty much he's trying to be like, Flores saying, they were paying me to lose, they're paying me to be the fall man, and then they go and sign McDaniel to be the true. Oh, it's a mess. Hopefully, it gets figured out sooner because it's putting Miami in such a hog tie. Pass over the middle on 3rd and 12 is going to be incomplete. Would have been brought down well short of the first down anyway. So after the drive gets saved due to a penalty, they just go 3 and out once again. You had starting field position of your own 48, and you don't even get past midfield. This team's a mess. Yes. Yeah, so the rule that states that all NFL teams need to interview, I think it's only at least one, but need to interview people of color, is called the Rooney Rule because the Steelers are massive. Like, the Steelers have always been massive, like, pushers of all that. But, like, most owners don't take that rule seriously like they should. If the Colts are to win the Super Bowl, it would have to be this year, as we're going to a commercial break. It would have to be this year for the Colts to win the Super Bowl. Their roster does not seem like one that could be sustainable. Yeah, like, again, you're a Bengals fan, so you have hate for the Steelers in general. But yeah, the Steelers have always been like massive pushers and like fourth runners about innovative changes in the NFL. But yeah, I think the Colts, like, this would be the perfect year for the Colts to do it. The AFC is a mess. But it's a case of it happens this year or it's probably not going to happen for a while. I still that commercial break. Yeah, they did. They won. The Colts have 2 Super Bowls in their franchise. One was 1970, the other was 2006. Yeah, so Manning won one against the Bears. Made one in 09, lost to the Saints, and then he won another in Denver. Bills still have a shot despite them looking rough the past 2 weeks. I think the Eagles still have a shot despite them looking really rough the past 2 weeks, really the entire season. Packers are an option, obviously. The Lions are an option. Chiefs still have a shot, but I doubt it this year. Denver shot, but I doubt it. Steelers, similar mindset to the Colts, where if it doesn't happen this year, it's not going to happen for a while. Yeah, the Bills will choke like they always do, but they still have a shot. All right, Browns ball on their own 10-yard line. Gabriel in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the left. Going to hand this off left side for Quinshawn Judkins, and he will lose about 2. I would love a Colts Buccaneers Super Bowl. I think that would be a really fun matchup. But it also feels like it's leaning to whoever gets out of the NFC has the best shot this year because of how unorthodox the AFC is this year. You're gonna have a very weird team make the Super Bowl in the AFC, or like an unexpected team make it. Gabriel under center, back behind him, going to hand this off right side. Gonna get about a yard. Quinshawn Judkins once again on the carry. Oh, Miami's calling timeouts again. They called their second. I mean, yeah, you need to try and find the end zone before the half. Miami gets ball to begin the second half. If they're gonna come back in this game, it's gonna start with getting points to end the half. Yeah, I mean the Colts definitely could. It's the Colts definitely could, but it's gonna be a tough road to get there for them. Gabriel looking to throw, gonna be sacked back at the 1. Penalty markers down, most likely gonna be wait, if that's holding against Cleveland, that would be while he's in the end zone. This would be a safety. It's illegal use of hands to the face against Cleveland. That'll be declined. It'll be 4th down from their own 1. And because it was illegal use of hands, it's instead ruled based off of how the play ends, now where he is when it happens. Yeah, if there was a holding on Cleveland there, that would have been a safety. Either way, you're forcing them to punt from deep in their own end zone. If you can get a bad snap here. Rasheed Rice got a 2nd touchdown? Damn. Alright, punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from midfield. Malik Washington has room and gets to the 40. Super Bowl prediction. I'm still gonna say Bills in the AFC. Oh yeah, I want to say Tampa in the NFC, but I'm not sure. Fuck it. Bills Buccaneers. I think it's a good chance. But with the idea that the Bills would find a way to choke it, I think Steelers Packers would be another fun Super Bowl, and seeing Rodgers on the other side of that matchup would be fun. God damn. Hey, Drake May has a 40-yard touchdown pass as well. Everyone's offense are playing solid today, except for Miami's, because of course. I guess I know you have starting field position from the plus 40-yard line. If you can't get in the end zone from here, I don't know what to say about this offense. You need to be able to find the end zone on this drive. Like, that's bottom line. We still have 2 international games on the year. But not for a few more weeks. We have a Berlin game, which is Falcons Colts. That's a great game for Berlin. And then yeah, Madrid has a game this year. It's Dolphins Commanders, and I feel sorry for Madrid that they're getting that matchup. Bills and Buccaneers, and the other one I said was Steelers Packers would be a fun matchup to see this year. Which, don't they play in a few weeks? So that being a potential Super Bowl preview would be fun. Yeah, I'm here for it, T Fox. Someone has to. Someone has to, and it's sure as hell not going to be Punkle or Benito because they've given up on the fantasy league. All right, Tua under center. Back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. The 1st and 10. Ball on the plus 40-yard line. You need to be able to capitalize from here. As Tua is... Oh, wait, no, there was a penalty to call this play dead. Because there's a false start. False start on Miami. A 1st and 15 coming up. Instead, it would have been a 2nd and 15. Because the Browns had like 3 free rushers. That's crazy. Oh my God, Patrick Paul. First and 15, Tua in shotgun. Miami's had 7 penalties against them today. Going to look to throw to a sack at the 49. Sorry, at Miami's own 49. We have lost 11 yards on one play. How? You realize you're going to the other end zone, right? You're going to the end zone you're facing, not the one behind you, right? You know that, right? Please tell me you know that. Bold Seahawks would also be a fun Super Bowl. So now 2nd and 21. Tua in shotgun, going to hand this off right side for Devon Achane, and there's some good blocking in room. Devon Achane, he gets 22. That's enough for a first down, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. I like college football. I'm not like diehard with it, or like have a specific team or whatnot. But I like watching it. I root for chaos. So I've been on the Vandy train these past 2 years. But yeah, I do like college football. I don't know like the ins and outs of it the same way I do the NFL, where I can name most players on most rosters. What other running backs do you have? Bengals, Commanders. I can see the Commanders making the Super Bowl. Didn't see not so much. I mean, if you're worried about Josh put in Gibbs, dude. If you're worried about Josh Jacobs, put in Jahmyr Gibbs. That would not be a bad swap. But that game starts at 4:05, so you have to be quick with it. Still at commercial break for the 2-minute warning. If I have anything on this season, I at least have the Jets being bad. If I have anything on the year. As yet, Bryce Young just gets a touchdown there. Good throw to Xavier Legette. Panthers take a 7-point lead. Hell yeah. Yeah, but you're taking too big of a risk with that being a game time decision. I mean, game time decisions get announced an hour and a half before the game starts. So if you keep an eye on it until like what 3 o'clock, 3:30, yeah, 3 o'clock, 2:30 Eastern time, like you're fine. Tua's trying his best thumping impression. Tua in shotgun back to his right. Gonna toss this right side for Achane. Trying to get the sideline. Gets up to the 25. Not much else. And Josh Jacobs was having a workout just like a half an hour ago to test out his calf. And he was seen smiling afterwards. So seems like he's good to go. But I would still just keep an eye on their inactives when it gets released. Tua alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Looking to throw. Pass right side. Going for the end zone is Jalen Waddle, but he couldn't hang on. That's when he needs to catch. Even in this weather. That's when he needs to hang on to. You know, that's placed well. Maybe the Browns player got his arm on that. But still, no. 3rd and 6. Yeah, he was sick yesterday. Seems like to be good spirits about that. But now it's more of a calf concern for him. Miami going 5 wide once again on 3rd down. But they're going to have to burn their final timeout, as they were not going to get that snap off in time. I mean, he is, but even when that ground game is not performing great, he gets the majority of the workload. So he's still gonna get you probably about 6-7 points. But he's also going against a Tampa defense that doesn't really play running backs great in the passing game. Miami in 5 wide. Tua looking to throw. Pressure coming. Escapes it to his right. Passing right side. That's tipped and incomplete. Going for Ollie Gordon, but that was a high pass. Tua's off his game this season. And now comes the field goal unit. I would have much rather see Miami go for it here. I would much rather see Miami be aggressive and go for it. I would much rather see that at this stage. "43-yard kick from the right hash. It is up. And it's doinked. No good. There is a penalty down. If this is offsides, go for it. I know Miami isn't great on short yardage, but if this is offsides, you have to go for it at this point. Oh, it's unnecessary contact on the Browns. It gives Miami a 1st down on sportsmanlike conduct. It gets Miami a 1st down. What do you call them, leverage? No, not leverage, but yeah, they did make contact with the long snapper, and that is not allowed. Yeah, I mean, basically it's a leverage call there. So Miami gets saved. Miami gets saved. It's a 1st and 10 because of that. I have seen better offenses watching Ivy League football than what I've seen today. As the Tua bobbles the snap, he falls down on at the 21. It was a low snap, but still, that's one. Come on, you just got saved, and you're going backwards. 2nd and 19. Tua looking to throw, pass right side, going to be caught and get out of bounds. That is Nick Westbrook-Ikine on his 5th reception of the season. And it's 3rd down coming up. All right, 3rd and 13. The 2-yard line. The 2-yard line gets you for a fresh set of downs. But you need to go end zone. You need a touchdown on this drive. Tua alone in shotgun, looking to throw. Browns send 4. Pressure coming. Tua's going to take it himself up the middle. And he slides down at the 7, but you can't spike it now. What? And they go fire drill. Out comes Riley Patterson. They have to go fire drill for the field goal try now. Final play in the half. A 26-yard field goal from the left hash. Kick is up, and it's good. So Miami at least get points and a half there. But they're still down by 2 scores. How do you misplay that? How in the world do you misplay? You had 3 minutes to play in the half, and you started this drive on the plus 40. Like, what? You started that drive on the 40-yard line, and you had 3 minutes and a timeout to get the end zone. And you only get up to the 7-yard line. I can't. That is insanely bad management. Like I thought the Jets end of half was bad last week in London. I don't know what that was. But Miami gets ball to begin the second half. And they're down by 11. Oh, cool. Darren Waller has a pec injury and is questionable to return. Love that. All right. At halftime. At halftime. At halftime. Just terrible management. All right. Damn, Chiefs are up 21-0 over the Raiders. Not surprised. I could totally see the Jets going 0-17, and that would be the singular bright spot on this season for me. Would be the Jets going 0-17. The issue is they have to play Miami once more. And if those two teams were to match up again, I think, and especially with the game being in New York, I could see the Jets winning that game. I could totally see the Jets winning that game. Because the main reason why Miami beat the Jets in week 4 was because of 3 turnovers that Miami forced. And even then, it was a 7-point game. So for as much as I want to see the Jets go 0-17, I don't think they will. They'll find a win somewhere there. And most likely it will be against Miami. Yep, still at halftime. And Devontae Adams finally had a great game in Rams uniforms. That was a great one in London. Bears up 20-7 at the half. Chiefs up 21-0 as that game is just exiting the half. Eagles up 14-6 at the half. Panthers up 10-3 at the half. Patriots up 14-13. That game is just exiting the half as well. What is the Jets' schedule? They play Cincy next week, which with how Cincy played against the Steelers, that's going to be a tough one. Cleveland is a potential one for the Jets. Miami in week 14 is a potential one. The Saints is a potential one. Yeah, I mean, the Jets could get 2-3 wins on the year. I mean, in theory, yes, they could turn it around and get 5-6 wins, but not. They're more likely to get 2 or 3. I mean, like they're just not they're not playing well. Very basic answer there, but the Jets are just as a whole, they're lacking something that is beyond on the field of play for why they're just not showing up. Like it feels like that team has no real drive, despite the fact that they've definitely put in effort in every game they've played, and they show like competitiveness. They don't have that drive in the end of game scenarios to be able to finish things out if they even get to that point. So like this is a Jets team that this is a Jets team that Tampa had to kick a pretty long game-winning field goal against a few weeks ago. They have they have a roster that probably should be closer to a 7-8 win team, but they're just not playing to that level. And same thing with Miami. Like on paper, the talent that Miami had entering this season probably should have been a 10-11 win team. Maybe that's being a little bit generous with the ideal of the ideal front seven situation. But definitely Miami's roster on paper is not a 1-5, soon to be 1-6 team through a month and a half. But that's just how it is. It's the coaching. It's the coaching and his guys checking out. Yeah, because like every team is bound to like those can be games where the Jets catch a team on an off day, and it's that trap game, and they able to play it tight. It's just would the Jets be able to close out the game in that scenario? That's where I'm not so sure about. But again, like the Browns should be a winnable game for the Jets. The Saints should be a winnable game. The second meeting against Miami should be a winnable game. But at the same time, like, we don't know how these teams are going to look entering those weeks. The second half should be underway here shortly. Miami gets ball to begin the second half. What, they're currently set at 4-2? Yeah. Yeah, the Bills can get 13, 14 wins. It's not likely because they just haven't been. Their offense has been all over the place this season, and their defense is bad. Or at least their run defense is bad. But yeah, I mean, they still could rattle off another 10 or so wins. I see them more along the lines of like 11, 12 at this point. But yeah, I mean, but they have their bye week right now. They're able to get things right. I mean, we might see them just go on a run and not lose another game until next year. Oh shit, Drake May got injured. Ooh, yeah, that's a tough one. What for Cincy? If Cincy would be lucky to get to double-digit wins at this point. A 9-8, I definitely is possible. I don't think it's enough for a playoff spot though. I think 10 wins is the mark you need to hit. I fucking. There we go. One second. As yeah, second half kickoff should be on the way here momentarily. I mean, yeah, you're two. Are you 2-0 in the? Yeah, you're 2-0 in the division, so it is possible. But you realize you still have the Ravens to play. You know that, right? You still have other games to play that are not divisional games. Your defense is still giving up 30 points a game. For as good as Flacco played Thursday night, you're not playing the Steelers every single week. Yeah. Like the Bengals offense, like the expected Bengals offense the rest of the way, probably should be closer to like 20 points, 21 points. You're not going to put up 30 until you play the Steelers again. Second half kickoff is underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 5. Moving past the 25 down to about the 30. I mean, yeah, the Jets are definitely doable. The Bengals are going to be interesting to watch the rest of the way. I think of most teams right now that are under 500, they have the most at stake going forward because of the potential to get Burrow back if you're in the playoff hunt. Tua looking to throw, pass left side, going to be intercepted. And it's returned for 6. The second half starts with a pick 6. Was looking for Devon Achane in the flat. The pass was high. Achane couldn't hang on. And it's a pick 6 to start the second half. I really wish I made a backup graphic. That's unfortunate. That is just unfortunate. Now the extra point. It's up and it's good. Unbelievable. Damn, don't have the Chargers making it? Lions being the 7th seed would be a turn. I do think they're definitely more so in line with like a playoff team at this point, or like a wild card team potentially. But to say they're the 7th seed, I don't know. But yeah, Thursday night has been great this year. Who's this Thursday matchup? Oh, it's okay. They're just showing it. Chargers Vikings. That's an interesting game. Oh yeah, and also with that pick 6, the Browns have finally. It took a month and a half, but the Browns have finally scored 20 points this season in a game. Of course, it was against Miami, and of course, it was capped off with a pick 6. It took them 7 weeks, but the Browns have scored 20 plus in a single game. I cannot with this team. Ugh. Bufflash, that Bears game is going to be tough as well. Same with New England. Like, it's not an easy schedule. And with how your defense has been playing, and like the more real and a lesser expectation on the offense, it's gonna be a tough rest of the way. But it is gonna make it that much more interesting. Yeah, so I there's definitely a world where that happens, but I doubt it. That's fair. It's fair to give Denver the edge there. All right, let's try this again. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 6. Has room past the 30, past the 35, breaking his way to the 42. Penalty marker down. Malik Washington, a great return. He's been one of the very few bright spots on this team. Oh, but it's holding on Miami. This team. Yeah, I think most of the stand-ins I see as being possibilities. It's just The Chargers I probably would put in there. The Chiefs. The Chiefs having that big of a turnaround would be impressive. Even then, I don't think they'll win that division. Probably do still think they could make it. Lions I probably would have as a higher seed, but yeah, wild card feels right. Who do you have to win the Seahawks winning the West? Yeah. Handoff up the middle on 1st and 10 is going to get stuffed at the line for no gain. Yeah, most of those standings feel good right now. Yeah, at this point in the season, we pretty much have a good idea of what teams are going to be in. And it's 2nd and 10. Tua in shotgun, back behind him. Going to look to throw. Pressure coming, pass left side, going to be caught, and going to lose about 4. Oh boy, who does Miami play next week? Jalen Waddle has 3 targets today, which is Jalen Waddle should not go through a half a play with less than 7 targets when he's the only option on this team, or the main receiver option. Tua looking to throw in 3rd and 13. Pressure coming, trying to step up, but sacked at the 10. There he is. It's Myles Garrett getting his first sack in nearly a month of play. And the Dolphins go 3 and out. A Chiefs Packers Super Bowl would be fun just because the main storyline entering it will be Super Bowl 1 rematch and all that. Jake Bailey's punt comes off clean. Penalty markers down, going to be brought down near the 41. Oh, we play the Falcons. We play the Falcons next week. If anyone has Bijan Robinson in fantasy, I'd like to trade for him. All right, refs are discussing the penalties. We have an illegal formation on Miami, which is declined. And then we have a personal foul on Miami. So the Browns will start this drive from past midfield. Because of course they will. I mean, after a performance like this, there's no way no one gets fired. After a performance like this, there's no way people keep their job. Someone has to be fired. Let's see, Bob Flesh. See, the college game day is going to Vanderbilt for the game against Mizzou. That's gonna be a fun one. Has the AP poll been announced yet? I imagine so. Yeah, but Vandy Mizzou could very easily decide who goes to the SEC championship. Oh, I completely missed this. Billy Napier has been fired from Florida. I'm not surprised, but I am kind of shocked to not get more notifications about this. Also, T-Fox, if you're still here, Josh Jacobs is officially active, so do with that what you will. Here we go. Georgia Tech is ranked 7th in the AP. Indiana's ranked 2. Vandy's at 10. Mizzou's at 15. LSU was at 20. I don't know who the new interim is yet at Florida. LSU is at 20. USF is at 18. Michigan's at 25. Louisville's at 19. I mean, you cannot be surprised that LSU dropped 10 spots after losing to Vanderbilt. Gabriel under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna hand this off up the middle and gonna lose a yard for Quinshon Judkins. There we go. Yeah. And Nebraska dropped out to no one's surprise. Hey, maybe next year. Gabriel going to hand this off once again to Judkins, and this time he's going to work his way to about the 42. Gain of roughly 4, maybe 5. Yeah, but you were still the number 10 ranked team in the nation going against the 17th ranked team in the nation. You have to think, most of these AP voters do not know what a point spread is. Gabriel alone in shotgun on 3rd and 8, looking to throw. Pass right side, going to be caught in, going to fumble this one. He drops it and will be tagged down at the 38. So Miami gets lucky. They force the 3 and out. And they breathe a little bit of life into this one. Either way, the fact you're still ranked at all is a good sign for the playoff chances. Oh, the Browns sent out the punting unit. I would keep an eye on for a fake here. Miami doesn't typically send pressure towards the punter. I know the punt comes off clean. Miami has a 3 and out. This will be fair caught. Bouncing towards the 7 will be down there. Oh, for sure. I mean, Texas A&M is at 3 and Bama's at 4. If you beat two top 5 teams in the nation, you're definitely getting in. Yep, at commercial break. I would still think you need to beat Oklahoma and win out, but you definitely would need to beat Oklahoma because where are they ranked now? Are they even still? I mean, they're still in the top 25, I would imagine, but I don't think they're that highly ranked. Yeah, but you definitely can't afford to lose to an unranked team. Here we go. Oklahoma's at 13. Okay. Oh, Justin Fields got benched. It's now Tyrod Taylor. About time. And FSU is having internal discussions today about Mike Norvell. We could be seeing another coach getting fired. No, I think they dropped a little bit, right? Or were they 13 entering the week? Yeah, I thought they were. Yeah, because it wasn't Red River this week, was it? And they might have just stayed put then, which I think is fine. D-Fox, look at who they're playing. And that will answer your question. And also look at the ground game. DeAndre Swift's having a pretty solid showing. Tua under center. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and there's some room for Ollie Gordon. Gonna get up past the 15 to the 16. They say that 13? Okay. Yeah, Tyrod Taylor starts the second half for the Jets. I mean, they desperately needed some change up. Tua under center, back behind him. Three receivers to the right. Play action looking to throw, dump off right side. Caught by Julian Hill, not going to be enough for a first. The 3rd and inches coming up. All right. I mean, you need points on this drive if you're going to come back in this game, no matter how unlikely. Well, exactly. For that kind of game for DeAndre Swift, it's a solid game. Handoff up the middle, and that's gonna. It's close. Ollie Gordon thinks he got it. Those refs don't seem like they're gonna give it to him though. And once again, Miami cannot. It's close. But still, Miami cannot block short yardage at all, and it's insane to me. Yep, 4th down. I mean, you're down by 18 with 8.5 to play. You need to hope and pray you can get short yardage. We're calling time. We're calling timeout. Fuck you mean you're calling timeout? How do you not have a play? I can't. Nah, get him. Nah, leave him in Cleveland. But part of it is those teams didn't drop that much either. So it was like unless they dropped past back past 13, then yeah, Oklahoma was not gonna move up. I'm not sure what team got hit by Perna's curse wheel. I need to check that. 4th and 1, Tua under center. Handoff up the middle, and Ollie Gordon's second effort's gonna get it. Alright, it picked up the chains, but the fact that I had to burn a timeout for what was just the exact same play call was crazy. But there's been, if you ask anyone in this fan base, the final straw has been broken for like 5 months. Tua under center, back behind him. Handoff right side to Devon Achane, and it's gonna lose yards. A loss of about 2. Ugh. All right, 2nd and 13. Seven minutes to play in the third. Tua in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass right side, going to be caught by Achane, and has room to pick up the first down, past the 30 to the 32. That halfback angle screen. It works well. Yeah, that's it. I don't know with this game. The main thing that this game is showing more and more is that Devon Achane needs to be a Dolphin for life, and I don't care how much it costs. He is the one guy on this current roster that I'm confident in saying is untouchable. Handoff up the middle for Devon Achane, trying to find some space. Gets up to the 35. And 2nd and 7, under 6 minutes to play. The wheel hit the Giants. Oh, I'm sure he's loving that then. They play Denver soon. They play Denver in an hour. All right, Tua in shotgun, back to his right. 2nd and 7, looking to throw. Pressure coming. Tua pass right side, wide open, past midfield. Past the 40 and finally brought down near the 36. That is Tanner Connor on the reception. Okay, that's the best play Miami has had in like 2 drives or 2 quarters. So I'm seeing a commercial during this Panthers Jets game for a Tubi original movie of R.L. Stein's Pumpkinhead. Fucking what? I never thought I would be saying that. Tua in shotgun, a back to each side. Looking to throw in first down, has some time, dump off left side, going to be caught by Ollie Gordon. Gets up to the 35, a gain of 2. He's like Miami's third string tight end that everyone in the front office just loves for some reason. And he has survived multiple roster cuts for some reason. He has like a solid catch every now and then, but he's kind of just there. It is him and Julian Hill are 2 tight ends that most Dolphin fans have been wanting off the roster for some time now to make room for better talent. Handoff left side, going to be stuffed at the line for no gain. 3rd and 8 coming up. Third and 8. 3:40 to play in the third. Miami is 1 for 8 on 3rd down today. Tua in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Going to look to throw. Has some time, pass left side, going to be caught up to the 21. Oh, nope, they're ruling it incomplete. It was Tanner Connor, the intended target, and he couldn't hang on. See, like he has some good catches, and then he has plays like that where he drops a pass that hits him in the face mask. And the main reason why he's getting playing time right now is because Darren Waller had a pec injury earlier in this game. All right, 4th and 8. Tua in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right, man in motion, right to left. Tua looks to throw, pressure coming, pass over the middle is going to be caught, but brought down short of the line to gain. And Malik Washington is slow to get up after that hit. 3:13 to play in the third. We're going to head to a commercial break due to an injury timeout. Hopefully Malik Washington's fine. He's been one of the best players on this team. I can check real quick. Cause yeah, those inactive reports should have no, those don't release till later. We don't know yet if he's playing. He seems good to go. He seems good to go. Yeah, he has no designation for the game. Yeah, he's good to go. I'm not sure what his role will be, but he's definitely in line to play. Panthers are facing a 3rd and 12. Bryce Young looking to throw. And sacked. Hell yeah. All right. Still at it should be just exiting the commercial break here shortly. Oh, it's Minnesota, Iowa next week. That's gonna be a good matchup. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Showing a replay of this 4th down once again. What's crazy is Tua had someone else open as well over the middle. That would have been past the sticks. Gabriel under center, back behind him. Play action looking to throw, rolling left. Has some time, pass left side, going to be caught up to the 40. And that's a 1st down for the ruling it incomplete now. All right, 2nd and 10. I mean, you still, in theory, could play him. Yep, Darren Waller has been downgraded to out. Fantastic. Gabriel alone in shotgun. Quick throw left side, going to be caught. And there is room for Dylan Sampson. He's going to work his way for a gain of roughly 9.5. And a 3rd down coming up. Well, no, Goddard's in your tight end position. You still have your flex. The question was, oh yeah, no, you can't move Pickens anywhere else. Oh yeah, just would you probably have to keep Pickens in, I would imagine. Handoff up the middle on 3rd and 1 will be enough for the 1st down. As Quinshawn Judkins on the carry. Two minutes to play in the 3rd. How is there still a whole quarter to play in this game? Jeez. Gabriel under center, back behind him. Going to hand this off left side for Dylan Sampson. He's going to get up to about the 40, maybe 41. And yeah, you're going against Punkle this week. You're going to be fine. Second and 7 coming up. A minute to play in the third. We got another play after this one to go before the fourth quarter rolls around. Gonna hand this off right side and going to get about a yard. So a 3rd and 6 coming up. Yeah, one more play is needed before the end of the third quarter. All right, Gabriel in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side, 3rd and 6, looking to throw. Miami sends pressure, it gets picked up. Gabriel rolls left side, pass left side, caught for a first down and then some, up to the 35, but there is a penalty marker down. Find a way to bring this back. Not like it really matters. It's illegal contact on Miami. That will be declined. Let me get this straight. The Dolphins send 6. They send 6 against 5. And no one has a free lane. And Dylan Gabriel escapes. That's crazy. End of the third quarter. 15 minutes to play. 15 minutes to play. And what very, very likely, or what definitely should. There's a difference between this being likely and this being a definite. By the way, a performance like this against this year's Browns team, this probably should be the end of the official mark of the end of an era. But we'll see. We're at a commercial break for the end of the quarter. At commercial break, there's a minute 40 to play in the third quarter between the Panthers and Jets. I am this close to just fully shifting focus to that game. We're at commercial break between the Dolphins and Browns. So that commercial break. Bryce Young being taken to the locker room in this game. Jeez. I want to point out just how little Miami is doing in this one. I still have half of this bottle left. Typically, by the start of the fourth, this thing is nearly empty. And I still have half of it left. Gabriel under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Looking to throw once again. Pass is going to be caught, but brought down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And it's 2nd and 10. Gabriel under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. Going to hand this off up the middle, and there is room for Quinshawn Judkins down to inside the 30 to the 28, but a penalty marker down. It is holding on the Browns. To replay 2nd down, I'll take it. Shadur Sanders fans will always be mauled about stuff. Dylan Gabriel has been playing fine today. He's playing smart with the ball. That's all you need him to do in a game like this. Like he is doing his job. Quick throw, right side on 2nd and 20 is going to lose about a yard, maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. The 3rd and 20 coming up. Hey, 3rd and 20. You have to be able to make this stand. Have to be able to make this stand. As your 3rd and 21. Gabriel in shotgun back to his right, looking to throw. Pass left side going to be caught, but brought down at the 45 for minimal gain is Jerome Ford on the reception. And it's a 4th and 20. The Browns will have to punt this one away. So I'll take it. Well, no, since he made the right choice. What people are saying is the Browns should have traded away Shadur Sanders instead of Joe Flacco. But there's no way the Bengals would have made that deal. But also, there's no way that Flacco was going to play as well as he did Thursday night at any point this season with the Browns. As that punt comes off clean and is going to be caught by the Browns at the 5-yard line. Miami will start from there. And you're just looking for something to hold your hat on in this game. I generally think this performance is worse than the Colts game to begin the year. Like, generally, it's a worse performance. Because at least the Colts, they have looked good since that game. The Jets actually just ran a good play, only for it to be dropped by Allen Lazard. They went wildcat, double reverse flea flicker. And it was wide open to Allen Lazard. But he dropped it. Not the greatest of passes, but still something. And the Jets just couldn't execute it. Come on, New York. Come on, New York. There you go, Tyrod Taylor. Oh, never mind. That's picked off. What? Nah. Show me the replay on that. JC Horn. What? So Tyrod Taylor play action. He took a deep shot there. It's open. Oh my God, JC Horn. One-handed interception in the end zone. And the Panthers keep their 10-point lead. Jeez. Just straight robbery. As was just coming back from commercial break here in this one. Straight robbery from J.C. Horn. Jeez. Tua has 89 passing yards on the day, by the way. As Andy Dalton's in the game for Carolina. Tua under center, gonna toss this right side, and that's going to get about 2 yards. It's Devon Achane on the carry. Yeah. Tua under center, back and fullback behind him for 2nd and 8. Going to have a penalty before the snap. It's a false start on Miami. Oh, okay. So 2nd and 12 now. Tua under center, back and fullback behind him. Going to hand this off right side, and that's going to lose about 1 yard, maybe 2. Just nothing. Just nothing. All right. Third and 12. Tua alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Looking to throw. Brown send pressure. Tua's pass over the middle is intercepted and down to the 2. How quickly can I make a graphic for Panthers Jets? How quickly can I do that? Oh my god. This is how the era dies. This is how this regime is going to be remembered. This is a regime that gave Dolphins fans some of the best moments they've had in decades in 2023. And 2 years later, they're going to be remembered by this. Not the number 1 offense in the league from 2 years ago, not the game away from winning the division. They're going to be remembered due to a blowout loss to the Cleveland Browns as Quinshawn Judkins goes Wildcat and capitalizes and puts the Browns to 30 points. 30 points. The Browns have the Browns have 21 points off of turnovers. As the extra point is good. All right, we're at commercial break. But no one's even going to think of that 70-point game when thinking about the Mike McDaniel Dolphins. Like it'll pop up in graphics occasionally, but if you're ever going to if you're gonna ask Dolphins fans about this era of the team, no one's gonna say anything from 2023. They're all gonna reference stuff from this year, from last year, from 2022 and 2020. Like 2023 is but a footnote in this era of Dolphins football that is summed up through injuries, concussions, mediocrity, and a final season that might be the worst season of Dolphins football since Dan Marino retired. And that's even with 2007. Even with 2007, this might be the worst Dolphins team since Marino retired. And 2007 was bad. But this is inexcusably bad. At least with 2007, I mean, the starting quarterback was Cleo Lemon. Like kickoff return beginning from the 3. Up past the 25 and down to the 29. No, not an actual Lemon. But I do think an actual Lemon would have been better than Cleo Lemon that year. Like, it's insane. This is pitiful. Tua in shotgun back to his right. Rolling right, looking to throw. Passing right side going to be caught, and that's going to be enough for a first down. It's Nick Westbrook-Ikine. So, as of an hour before kickoff, the backup is Quinn Ewers. Out of nowhere, he has become the QB2 in Miami, with Zach Wilson being the emergency third string. And I'm getting to the point where it won't be a terrible idea to put in Quinn Ewers in this game to see what he has in an actual NFL game. Tua looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass is picked off. The 4th turnover of the day. The 3rd interception. Yeah, no, put in Ewers. There is a penalty down, but still. Put in Ewers. Holding on Miami. Penalty will be declined. Tua just threw his 3rd interception. Back-to-back weeks of 3 interception games. Put in Quinn Ewers. Do you see what you have in him? I'm not saying to start Ewers. I'm saying this game is over. You put in Ewers to see what you have in him in garbage time. There's no need to play Tua the rest of the game. No need. Yeah, back-to-back drives with an interception. I could be. I'm about to double check this, but I believe we're 7 weeks into the season. I believe Tua's already at a season high of interceptions. But I could very easily be misremembering that. Let's see. So entering this game. No, he's at 10 interceptions on the season. He has back-to-back weeks of 3 interception games. He has thrown an interception in all but 2 games this year. It's his 3rd game of the season with multiple interceptions. That's not including any other turnovers he has had, because he has had some fumbles as well. So really, it is his 3rd game on the season with 3+ turnovers. And it is his 4th game on the season with multiple turnovers. It's done. The era is done. Simple. The era is done. You can't feasibly run this back. You can't. You can't feasibly run this back in the same way that it is. You need to make some drastic changes. You can't feasibly run this back. That discussion is out that discussion has been out the window, but now it officially is. A performance like this needs to cost someone their job if you're going to be taken seriously as a franchise. Handoff up the middle is going to lose about 2. Yeah. It's something. It's insane. You can't feasibly run this back. Now more than ever. Stephen Ross's big concern is the fan base not showing up. Good luck filling that stadium the rest of the season. Gabriel's pass left side is gonna have Jerry Jeudy. It's incomplete. No penalty marker down. But not in the secondary. But yeah, he had Jeudy wide open for 6. He missed him though. He missed him. Nope, they picked up the penalty. A 3rd and 12. Gabriel in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw. Pass left side, going to be caught. Gets up to the 37, not enough for a first. A performance like this absolutely needs to cost someone their job. If you're not going to be taken seriously as a franchise if someone does not get fired after this game. You're just not. Fourth and 5. The offense is staying on the field for Cleveland, trying to get Miami to jump, but unable to. That would be a delay of game. He had that one season of healthy football, and it was some of the best football Miami has seen in decades. And he's having a healthy season this year, and the team is just not playing well. There's every single year it was if Tua stays healthy, if Tua stays healthy, if Tua stays healthy. 2023 proved people thought that proved that if Tua can stay healthy, this team can compete. Tua staying healthy this year. We're 1-6. That's no longer an excuse. No longer an excuse is Tua's health. And at that point, there's no other excuses. Hunt is going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Yep, here we go. Out comes Quinn Ewers. Tua's day is done after 3 interceptions. And out comes Quinn Ewers. Let's see what you got, kid. Let's see what you got. I'm tempted to start taking notes because this is the exciting shit. Anything I could say about the first 3 quarters of this game are going to be repeated by a bunch of other Dolphins fans. This is the exciting shit. Ewers in shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw. Has time, pass right side, it's nearly intercepted. What the fuck was that pass, man? You throw it into triple coverage? Oh my god, this thing. It's also just a smart decision to have to call Tua's day done. But the first pass attempt of Ewers is into triple coverage and should have been picked off. That's fucking poetry. Quick throw, right side can be caught by Nick Westbrook. Akine, he's gonna lose 2. Hey, the 3rd and 12. Yeah, this is gonna be great. Miami's 1 for 10 on 3rd. Ewers in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. And he bobbles the snap and sacked. The first 3 plays. Poetry. You just watched poetry better than Shakespeare. With that sequence. Like, actually. The punt comes off clean. Fair caught at about the 38. First play, pass into triple coverage, should be intercepted. Second play, a screen pass that loses 2. Third play, a bobbled snap, and he is sacked for a loss of 3. Actual poetry. Actual poetry. Gabriel under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to be up to the 41, a gain of 3. I guess now the other question is, do we see Shedeur Sanders tonight? No, the worst QB lineup, yeah, either Jets, Browns, or if anything, it's the Saints still. But yeah, this is bad. Well, no. So 2023 had the quality of Shakespeare, but the irony is in that sequence there. Pass left side going to be caught past the 45, and breaking tackles finally brought down to the 40. Like, I don't think anyone could write a better first drive for Quinn Ewers than that was after the game that has been happening. Like those 3 plays summed up so much about the Dolphins. That was fantastic. Gabriel under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Going to hand this off up the middle to Quinshawn Judkins. He's going to get to about the 36. You remember? This is. Hey, at least the Jets are losing. There's something. Oh my God, this team. This would be a good time to say I won't be live with a 4 o'clock game, but I will be live with Sunday Night Football between the Falcons and 49ers. But oh boy, this is something. Gabriel under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left, play action looking to throw, has time, pass over the middle, is dropped. 3rd and 7 coming up. This is oh, this is gold. Tomorrow's gonna be fun on the Joe Rose show. Tomorrow's gonna be great. 3rd and 7. Gabriel in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side looking to throw. Pressure coming. Gabriel trying to escape, but unable to. He's sacked at the 45. All right, that's actually perfect because the Dolphins Twitter account would now tweet out about that sack. Are they gonna keep replies on? Or are they gonna keep replies on? Yeah, I don't feel like going live with Commanders Cowboys. That game doesn't entice me enough. Plus I still have some assignment. I still have an assignment to do. Punt comes off clean, going to be out of bounds near what, the 15, 20-ish. 3:41 to play in the game, and out comes Quinn Ewers. I think the better question is, are they going to tweet about that play in the first place? Oh, wait. Well, did the announcement happen? Hold on. We might have some more college news. Oh. Handoff right side going to be gained of about 2. So, A. Norvell was fired. Flash, but not Mike. Jay Norvell was fired from Colorado State. As Julian Hill is slow to get up after that play. Still waiting for the Mike Norvell news. Three and a half to play in the game. I think this is going to be another week where I hold off on recording post game right away because I need to hear this press conference. I legit need to hear this press conference. I need to hear what is said about this game. And on top of that, this week is going to be crazy in terms of trade rumors and whatnot. Ewers under center, back behind him. Play action, looking to throw. Pass left side is going to be off the mark and incomplete. Threw it behind an open Jalen Waddle. And now Waddle is slow to get up. What? Fuck it, put me in. Just fuck, someone else needs to be in this game. Fuck it, put me in. How is everyone getting hurt in this game? So I've been waiting to use this helmet for a joke like that. I'm happy I finally got to. Everyone's getting hurt at this point. 3 minutes to play in this game. Maybe not directly. It'll be tomorrow or in the next few days, but that means he's gonna have a press conference after this game. Which means we get to see a man who knows he's being fired talk to the media one last time before the announcement. Going to a commercial break. Going to a commercial break with that. Oh, man. Yeah, he just doesn't care. Well, I'm sure he cares, but it doesn't matter at this point. All right, just coming back from commercial break. That was Waddle's 4th target of the day. As Ewers in shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers to the left on 3rd and 8. Going to look to throw. Pass left side, going to be caught and going to get up to the 15. That is Ewers' first. That is his first completion as an NFL quarterback. What would be smart? Leaving McDaniel in Cleveland? I agree. 4th and 4, 2.5 to play in the game. Offense staying on the field. Ewers in shotgun back to his left, looking to throw. Pass right side, caught by D. Eskridge. Gonna get 5. He gets enough for the first. That will bring us to a 2-minute warning. Yeah, that would also be a really smart idea, especially when it's your receiver 1. You know, I wonder what team did a similar strategy and won their game because of it. As that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Oh, so yeah, that helmet does not fully fit. I need to actually put padding in that helmet. That's the issue with it. Yeah, 4 targets to your best healthy receivers, not gonna cut it, no matter who you're playing. As J.C. Horn has his 2nd interception on the day. But JC Horn is a beast, man. Holy shit. We're at commercial break for the 2-minute warning. Is that another one? No, it's not one-handed. It basically is. I can check that. But I mean, he's taking advantage of Tyrod Taylor today. Entering today, he had only one. He only had one entering this game. So yeah, he doubles that amount. Well, makes it 3, but yeah. I mean, that might have just sealed the deal in this one. No, I'm not going live for a 4 o'clock game. I still have some other stuff to take care of. And none of those games really excited me. But I will be live for Sunday Night Football. And also, because I'm not recording post-game right away, I want to make sure because I want to hear the press conferences after this. So I'll probably record post-game before, probably around like halftime of those games. Oh, but yeah, JC Horn has just been everywhere, though. He's one of those guys where teams know not to pass it to him, so they don't. Ewers in shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Pressure coming, passing deep, left side. And it's going to be caught. D. Eskridge. A great catch in coverage. And the Dolphins are past midfield near the 35. Okay. Sure. Wait, I just realized what the possibility is now. Because Ewers is in the game and he's like playing decently well after that opening drive, there's a chance he gets a press conference and not Tua. And then there'll still be McDaniels. Ball on the 40. Ewers looking to throw once again. Pass right side. Going to be caught and out of bounds near the 34. Caught by Malik Washington. Ewers has found a groove at this point. He had that pretty rough opening drive. But this has been solid. Miami has Atlanta, Baltimore, Buffalo, and Washington leading up to their bye week. We're really going to be... Ewers looking to throw, pressure coming. Pass right side is at the feet of Nick Westbrook-Ikine. 3rd and 4 coming up. So 3rd and 4. Ewers in shotgun. 4 receivers to the left. Play clock winding down and they're not getting set in time. They have to call a timeout. 2nd timeout burned. I completely missed how the Jets got the ball back. By the way, 1st and 10 plays a sack. And they're still just showing the Browns' upcoming schedule. Here we go. 3rd and 4, 1:46 to play. Ewers alone in shotgun, 4 receiving options to the left. Going to look to throw, rolling left. Pressure coming. He's going to be... Think to rule in at a fumble, and if so, it's caught by a lineman who then gets blown up for a loss of about 6. For a loss of about 3. I think that's Larry Borum catching this fumble. So a good heads-up play by him, but man, that just looks dumb. We're going for it. Oh, it was an ankle injury. They took him to the locker room, and I just don't think he has returned yet. Yeah, but Vandy's feeling good. Oh, hey, play clock expired. Delay of game on Miami. What was a 4th and 14 is now going to be a 4th and 19 because we cannot get out of our own goddamn way. There's 55 seconds left in this game. This is going to be the final play. Probably, most likely, no matter what. All right, 4th and 19, ball on the 49. We're at the point where the broadcast doesn't even want to change camera angles. Ewers in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Oh, there we go. "45 seconds because Miami decided to take the 10-second runoff. Ewers escaping pressure instantly. He's sacked. He's sacked. 6 points. 6. You couldn't find the end zone against the Cleveland Browns. Hell, you put Vanderbilt on that field today. You put LSU on that field today. You put the Florida Gators on that field today. And Miami would still lose. Hell, you put USF on that field today and the Dolphins still lose this game. As the Browns will need this one out. Insane. 31-6. 31-6. I don't know what to say. I 31-6. These press conferences are going to be very telling. What's funny is that has actually happened before. Because during like the 70s and 80s, they had the NFL versus college all-stars game. And the college teams won a good handful of times. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. I'll be live for Sunday Night Football between the Falcons and 49ers in about 4 hours, give or take. But yeah, that's a game that we just watched. Post game will be up tomorrow at noon, just as it always is for the most part. That is obviously unless a big announcement comes in the next few hours. You know, if McDaniel does get fired today, I'll probably be back live sooner than that. But yeah, that's the end of an era. There's no way that after even if McDaniel doesn't get fired today, there's no way that he survives the season. The era's done. That's the era is done, and it went out pathetically. Either way, that'll be it for me from now. Tune back in later tonight for Falcons 49ers. And then tomorrow night, I'll be live with Buccaneers Lions. Hope to see you all there. See you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.